What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and today we're talking about should you return to Destiny 2 in 2019. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about pretty much four main topics. Why I'm glad I quit, why I'm glad I'm back, why I'm excited and concerned about the future of Destiny, and finally, why I think they deserve a second chance. So I'm really happy that I quit this game. Back at the Curse of Osiris, that was pretty much the last straw. Having spent a ton of time in the original Destiny, being a huge fan of it, finding it the perfect game to play between Final Fantasy XIV and Destiny itself from especially a PvP perspective, I was really hopeful for the future of Destiny 2. And being a new content creator at the time, Destiny was just something to be excited about as we launched into the game. Obviously, it wasn't what we wanted, it wasn't what we expected, and ultimately it left us feeling like we're falling off a cliff to our death. Perfect timing. Now, the Curse of Osiris, it reiterated everything that was wrong about Destiny, and I think that everything that was wrong was essentially an identity crisis. It didn't know what it was trying to be. It had Activision trying to pull the strings, setting some expectations, trying to have it be something that it wasn't, or they didn't even know what they had to begin with. With the Curse of Osiris, with what they tried to pull off, I'm glad I quit because I needed to send a message to them to say that this wasn't appropriate, that this isn't acceptable. We've done this before. How many times do we need to learn the same lessons over and over and over again? I mean, otherwise, if I kept playing and complaining about it and kept buying the stuff, then they're just going to keep selling it to me. We see this problem with EA overall, where I know there's a lot of real core gamers who are mad at EA, and that's fine, and they're not buying EA games, but their voice is not as loud as all the millions and millions and millions of people who play FIFA, who play Madden. I mean, it's essentially a good strategy at the end of the day, if you think about it. Diversification of revenue. You've heard YouTubers talk about it at length. Have multiple revenue sources. That way, if one dries up, then you're going to be just fine and you can go forward and conquer. Now, ultimately, we'll see if that lasts forever. Otherwise, they could easily just burn people out and move on. But why should I come back, right? Like, they pulled off all this stuff. They had to obviously launch and reset everybody. They had to continue to try to sell me these expansion packs that weren't really expansions. They were more just straight up DLC with a bad branding, with a bad name, with a bad understanding of what they were trying to be. Well, it's because they listened. It's because they separated from Activision. It's because that they are sitting here saying, this is what we're going to do, and this is what Destiny is. And it's because of cross-save. It's because of the things that kind of my litmus list. It's like, I'm excited that it's on PC, but I can't justify running multiple characters on multiple systems just to play with my friends. They need to unite the passion and the fan base that is the Destiny community and separate them from all their different, environments, namely the PlayStation 4. As much as I love the PlayStation 4, as much as I love the PlayStation 4 community, having exclusive PlayStation 4 content was always bad for the game. It was good for business. Those checks were getting cleared and cashed, and obviously people were happy because of that. Bonuses were paid, but it was bad for business, and that being a thing of the past now is so important, and it makes me so excited. So that's why I'm glad I'm back, is because Destiny is doing the things that put it on my list, and that's why I'm back. Because if I was going to say, like, hey, I need this to happen, this is what I need, and then they go and do it, and I don't return to it, why would they listen to the player base that's not here anymore? So as a longtime fan, as somebody who is just returning to the game, it's actually a really good space because I have a ton of content to play through. A lot of things are new. So for players who've been kind of spoon-fed and drip-fed content, there is so much for me to enjoy and do in this game. And so obviously that's why I am glad I'm back. Now at the same time, I'm also excited and concerned for the future of Destiny. Destiny is this game that's had a lot of different visions. It's had a lot of different direction. It's had that identity crisis that players have long expressed. Is it a looter shooter? Is it an MMO? Is it an RPG? Is it just a straight up shooter? Like, what kind of game is this? It's a genre defining or redefining game. And that's why I'm excited. I think when we talk about the team, if they can continue to make the content exciting and engaging, ultimately I think they can really set the standard. Set a standard in which that everybody else compares themselves to. Destiny already kind of set that, but then essentially when you look at Anthem and these other games, like honestly, it's Destiny's game to win right now. And this is where people are looking. They have Shadowkeep coming up. And if they can continue to deliver really good experiences for their players, that is why it's going to be an exciting time. Obviously, the concern is, will they reset me? Will they change the game? Will they take it all away from me here in just a year, 2 years? Like, what kind of incentive for this 10-year, 15-year kind of game is there? Now, there's some obviously hopes here as well, because doing a new system allows them to go to the core, allows them to kind of fix the issues, allows them to take the lessons that they've learned over the last 6 years and really bring them all together, as opposed to trying to bring back Destiny 1 into Destiny 2 to bring and marry these two ideas to fix these main issues, right? So there's a concern, there's a hope. If they can manage it, if we don't have to sacrifice all the content, if they can do something like Final Fantasy does, in which that you can still run old strikes, you can still go run old dungeons, you can still go, the content isn't completely gone. It isn't out of reach. You're not sitting here going, well, that was a great campaign. What do I do now? So that's, we'll have to see. There's no way to tell. That's just kind of a wait and see. And that's kind of where, I would advise caution. If you're somebody who is coming back and you want something, that 10-year experience, we don't know what they're going to do. So just be cautious of that. Be cautious of that aspect. But if you're looking for something for a really good play experience, for a lot of fun, this is the place that you should be. Come on home. The water is nice and warm. And that's why I think they deserve a second look. Their separation from Activision, they're listening to the community. The fact that they're bringing in cross-save and ultimately they want to bring in cross-play, I think that tells me that this is going to be a place that you can play and have fun for many, many years to come. Beyond that, the campaign and the gameplay is some of the best. And I think, and I have a lot of hope for Shadowkeep. But those are my thoughts. Should you return? Honestly, it's going to be free. So whether it's today or it's with Shadowkeep, Shadowkeep definitely deserves that look. That new light version deserves the opportunity that they're putting out for it. So I would encourage you to go check that out, play it. Let me know what you think in the comments here on Ginger Prime or over on our main channel, Work to Game. We'd love to see you there. We'd also love to see you on our highlights channel. Links are all in the description, I believe, below. If not, I'll see if I can't get around to that. Anyway, guys, for Ginger Prime, for the Soul Nation here, check out Destiny. If not now, be sure to check it out on October 1st. We'll be covering it. We'll be making our guides, and yeah, hope to see you over there. But for the Soul Nation, for Ginger Prime, my name's Brian. Hope you have a fan-freaking-tastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.